We're going to talk about the Bengals 2025 draft class. This is my last chance to make any complaints or questions about it that I've decided. And then we're moving on to winning a shit ton of football games. And Bengals picked up Dax Hill's 5th-year option. What could that mean for the future? We got that and more coming up next on Cincy Unfiltered.
Yo, boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed, beers getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go. Boys are ready to go. Boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed, beers getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go. Boys are ready to go.
What is up? What is up? Welcome to Cincy Unfiltered, Tri-State area, the millions watching around the world. A lot to talk about tonight. Going to focus in on one topic, that just occurred. How are we doing tonight, Drew?
Oh, I'm doing good. I got a new Cincy hat.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Little stripe action on there.
Yeah, that's clean.
Got that down at the Project Game Day draft party on Friday night. It was a hell of a time. Garage beers were drank.
Mm-hmm.
Pictures and videos of me reacting to picks were released. And a lot happened. So the way I would classify this draft is a high risk, high reward draft. So that's kind of where we're at. K Breezy was in the chat at 1:25 p.m. He wins this week's first to the chat.
Yep.
Johnny Paps is back to work today, so he was second though, but that was at 5:38.
Wow. Pathetic.
So still 82 minutes early though. Give him credit there.
Yeah.
So I had a situation where I thought I wasn't going to make the party like last minute, and I said in the Discord like, "Yeah, probably not going to make it." And then I showed up, and I get there, and there's a woman walking with a small child. She's like, "Hey, I thought you weren't coming," and I was like, "Do I know who you are?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm Johnny's wife." I was like, "Oh, okay. I don't think we've ever actually met in person." And then there was a table over there. There's Wedge. There's a Digital Sauce. I don't know his real name. Maybe I should ask that. He's probably told me I'm a bad human being.
Yep.
Wedge was there. K Breezy was there. Digital Sauce was there. John was there, obviously, with his wife and daughter. She won a cool garage beer cooler as a small child, which I thought was awesome.
Start them young.
I hope she packed her lunch and took it to school in that. That would be awesome. Jordan Battle's an incredibly nice human being. Got to talk to him for a little bit.
Okay.
Since he had the hat and the shirt for sale, I just walked up to Matt and I was like, hat and shirt, handed him my card. I still have no idea what he charged me. So doesn't matter. Got to have it. Actually showed up in a Burrow jersey with a white T-shirt underneath it, and it was hot in that joint. So I had to run out to the truck and do the old Clark Kent, pop in the booth and pop out. New Cincy hat draft tee with the new Cincy hat draft hat. It was a hell of a time, man. I had a good amount of time down there.
Good. So the pictures looked amazing. The event looked incredible. Those guys put on a great tailgate, and it's not a surprise that draft party was good too. A lot of good food, good beer.
Oh, dude, I inhaled Grippo wings from Midwest Best Barbecue.
Oh, I still have not had them.
Dude, they are so good. And I just couldn't stop. They're just sitting there like, come and get me, right? Yeah. And what am I supposed to do? Stop when I'm full? No.
Yeah. I was
not gonna happen.
That was the first night of the draft, right? The Friday or the Thursday?
This was night 2. This is night Friday. Rounds 2 and 3.
That was the day after my knee surgery. So I was not able to even walk yet, but glad that happened. Otherwise, I would have been there. It sounded and looked like a hell of an event, man. Maybe next year.
I mean, your ligaments are just not holding up.
Yeah, not the right side. No, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Get that shit together for me, all right?
Yeah,
we got season coming up.
Yeah, I'll be good. I'll be good by the season. I already told the surgeon, look, if it happens again this year, I'm just not getting surgery. I'm tired of this shit.
Just grind it out.
She was like, that's okay. I don't want to see you till you're at least 40 because I got to get a whole knee replacement at that point. But enough about me. We've got some new additions to the Cincinnati Bengals, some young men who have realized their dream of making it to the NFL and are now going to be in stripes. Do you just want to get right into this?
I need you to answer this question first.
Oh, yeah. Yes. If I have at some point, I'm just going to say, hey, cut it off. Put some fiber optics and robot parts in there and send me off to fight North Korea. So let's do it. At some point, I'll be a cyborg. Yeah.
Hell yeah, I love that. I say that about my dad. Dad's got all these surgeries and operations, new knees. I was like, dude, you're just going to live till you rust out.
Yeah.
We'll lead off the show with some unfortunate news. Dad will not be watching tonight. There will be no text from Dad. Lots of storms popping off in the area. His internet's down.
No, that sucks.
Hate to see it. Got that text right before.
Can he do it over cell service?
Probably don't know how.
Okay,
but,
fair enough. Yeah.
But that is an option. Maybe that maybe he has chosen to do that, and he'll pop in. But he told me right before it started, internet's out. Lots of storms. There was apparently a tornado about 10 streets away from me today. I had no clue.
Okay. Yeah, we got crushed over here storm wise, but no tornado.
No sirens. We got no sirens. Nothing. Buddy works at the gas company. He's like, "There's fucking trees down everywhere."
Oh shit! I didn't see any of that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if the storms affected you, please stay safe.
Yeah, but I mean, if you choose to go out while watching us in a hailstorm or something, that'd be cool. Yeah. We'll honor you every show. But let's get to it, man. Let's talk about this 2025 draft class. We anxiously waited late into the night. Oh shit!
What?
Bam!
Hey,
he's here. He's in the chat.
In the chat.
You know what? That still constitutes. They're text from Dad no matter what. I don't care if you're in the chat or not. Text from Dad no matter what.
That's not a geriatric man. He's able to figure the technology out. He overcame a demon, and he's here to watch. Terry, good job.
Smart as a whip, I tell you.
Yeah.
Guy's a dog. So we're going to talk about the first round. So, yeah, we wait late. Picking 17, every pick takes an hour and a half. There was just so much dumb shit going on. Let's
start there. Why does night one go from, was it 7 or 8? 7 or 8, whatever.
Started at 8.
Till past midnight. Why does it take so long? First of all, I am tired of seeing the commissioner up there. I'm done with it. Like
he comes out on a bike.
Yeah, like what are you doing, guy? Not to say I'm any more excited to see like some guy who's like a local celebrity or something go up there and tell us a 10-minute life story and then announce a pick and we're like, what just happened? But just get up there with this pick and get done. Like have the guy come out, have the player come out, give him his moment of shine, let him flex, let him jump up and down. But like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4, 5 hours? Holy shit.
Start this thing at 7 o'clock. Everybody's off work.
Or something.
The West Coast, it's 4 o'clock. Who gives a shit? But yeah, dude, like they had these 2 women come out. I don't know who they were. They're like sports media figures. I can't remember their names, but they spent 10 minutes to tell us that the schedule is going to come out in a month. Like, what are we doing?
They did a Saturday Night Live fucking monologue. I was like, guys, like I love women in sports. This is great. But can you guys please just move on? Like, what is going on? Like,
yeah. It has nothing to do with the fact that it was ladies. I didn't mean to insinuate that. It would have been the same if it was 2 dudes that took 10 minutes to let us know the schedule comes out May 14th. I'm like, what are we doing?
Ridiculous.
So yeah, that was kind of whatever. But when it finally became time for the Bengals to pick, Walter Nolan had just gone off the board to the Arizona Cardinals. I think the Bengals would have taken him had they had the chance, but we ended up with Shemar Stewart, pass rusher out of Texas A&M. I crashed out a little bit.
You did. Okay, so give me your we'll do it this way. You'll go, then I'll go. Give me your initial thought when the pick's announced. I think I saw a video of you. So what was that emotion?
That was a Friday night. That was at the game.
Okay.
The game day party.
You're
there were no cameras on me at my buddy's house. We were just eating crab legs and tomahawk steak. It was awesome.
That's awesome. So give me
I didn't know that was happening. He's like, bro, we got all this. I was like, I ate, but I can get it going again.
Yeah. Put it in another gear.
But I give this pick like a C, man. I was pretty upset when they did it just because of like what was on the board. I felt like a guy like Malachi Starks replaces Jesse Bates for you and makes an instant impact this year. Like he could beat out Geno Stone in training camp.
You tweeted that, right?
I did.
You did. You said, you said, do the right thing, fix the Jesse Bates situation.
Like something along those lines.
Yeah, even before the pick was made.
Yeah. So just looking at the board, a guy like him, I think, has more of an instant impact. I understand the upside of Shemar Stewart. Micah Parsons loves him. Luke Kuechly loves him. Those are guys whose opinions on football I'm going to value. He's got all of the physical tools to become an absolute monster. There's the side-by-side comparison of him and Myles Garrett. And if he turns into Myles Garrett, I'll lose my mind. My nipples will poke through my shirt every time I see him play, and I'll be happy as hell. But in the moment, I look back, the guy had 4.5 sacks his entire college career. I know he gets to the quarterback, he creates pressures, but he didn't finish sacks. And you just invested a first-round pick in Myles Murphy. This signals to me like they're going to play hardball with Trey maybe. And I just think that I give it a C value because obviously there is boom potential. There's bust potential, and I think they could have found somebody that made an instant impact on the defense this year. I don't believe that Shemar Stewart's that.
Okay. See, I am at a B minus. I'm not in the C range. Initially, like when Arizona takes Walter Nolan right before us, it's like, well, shit. Like I feel like that was the guy if he was there. It didn't happen. I agree with you. Starks is an incredible option, but they're comfortable with Geno Stone. Battles there. It is what it is. I think they addressed a key need here, obviously. Defensive end, edge, whatever you want to call it. I like defensive end. And a guy who's freakishly athletic and big. Now, Golden was quoted as saying, yeah, that lack of sack production is not something we're worried about. He's going to translate, basically. I'm paraphrasing. But a guy like him is going to come in and at minimum play a little bit throughout the year, most likely come in and play a lot. Like that's how I see it happen. Like you're going to see a guy on the field probably immediately. So I am weary of the lack of sack production. I think anybody would be. But I did something I rarely do with a couple of these guys. I went back, I watched a little tape. Like, dude, he's a freak. Like he is. Like he's like his hands, like his ability to like turn the corner, his ability. I mean, his strength, side athleticism. Yeah, that like whatever wing double jointed thing, like whatever.
Like a bird.
Yeah, it was nuts. But like he's a freak. Like I watch him on tape. And I was like, how does he not have more sacks? Like, I don't understand it. Like, he is big, fast, and strong. Like, and I think that they're going to use him and play him to those abilities. And probably you'll see him, you'll see Murphy, you'll see those guys probably rotate. At like I said, at a minimum, he's really athletic, big, freakishly athletic depth, right? Which I don't like to hear that in the first round. What I think is going to happen is he's going to end up playing a lot. But you got teams that have to worry about Trey Hendrickson. So I think that's going to lead to a guy like Stewart coming in and being able to show us he can finish a play and get the sack. So that's where I'm at. I'm a little wary. I'm very excited that he's being was he comped to Garrett? I don't think he was comped to Garrett. He
wasn't comped. They're saying he could be him. There's a lot of physical similarities.
They're like the same size. Like we have a big, giant, freakishly athletic man at the edge position now that's could play opposite of Trey, and I'm excited about it. I wouldn't even say cautiously optimistic. I'm more excited than cautiously optimistic, and I have faith in Al Golden. I think right. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, there's a really good comment here from Ryan Sparks. The tape shows why he doesn't produce. He plays out of control with no technique. He's getting there.
Yeah.
Off of just raw athletic ability, speed, and power. And that's great to have, but it's like you also got to know where the fuck the ball is too.
That's when I'm saying like you watch his tape and you're just like, how did he not have more sacks? I'm saying like he works his hands, he's moving around like I would rather have a guy who is an absolute freak athletically, size-wise, speed-wise, strength-wise, because you can teach the technique. Like they'll get in there and they'll teach him this technique that is lacking right now. But if you take a guy who's just doesn't have the natural tools, but he can be technical, but he's just not strong, so guys bully him, or he's not fast, so guys turn the corner on him, that's a worse situation to be in my opinion, right? So I think out of those situations, we got the better situation, but you didn't get the guy that's super technical and incredibly freakishly athletic and stuff. So I get that comment. I do.
We weren't in that position though. It wasn't take a guy that's polished with no athleticism or take the guy with all the athleticism that is a raw athletic freak. We could have taken Malachi Starks, who is polished, who is athletic, who is fast, who is a ball hawk. I don't want a guy that seems like such a project at 17, especially when you're clearly relying so much on your defense to come in and produce quickly with your draft picks. We paid everybody on offense. We got to hit on these defensive draft picks. Yeah. That's my thing. I understand that. Like, I want a guy that's polished, has athleticism and power in the first round at 17. Maybe he doesn't have freakish athletic potential like Stewart, but anybody you're taking at 17 in that position, I think should have a good amount of both. Like, I don't want a guy I have to teach at 17.
No, I agree with you. And I guess I was operating with my comments under like, he's here, let's deal with it. But you're right.
True.
Like if you go back in time and you look at that, like put it in a vacuum, sure. And I do think Shemar Stewart is less of a project than people think he is. I hesitate to even call him a project player. Who am I? What expertise do I have? I just have a gut feeling that he is less of a project than people think he is. Like, I think he's going to get into the system. He's going to adapt quickly, and his physical traits are going to allow him to mentally adapt and get up to speed really fast. So that's my take on Stewart. Is that a really optimistic take? Yeah, it is. Starks was there. There were other guys there, right? But I've got a good gut feeling about him. I don't know why. Let me say this. I did not have the same gut feeling about Murphy that I do with Shemar Stewart for some reason. And I don't know why. I can't explain it. I just have a good feeling.
Okay. Some comments about Shemar Stewart. Alex Gatta says he will be an All-Pro in 3 years. Bookmark it. I would love it. I would love it. That's going to be a hell of a situation when it comes time to pay him, but let's not worry about that. We got 5 years here. Let's get back down to some more of these comments. Is Miles Murphy just going to be a rotational piece from now on if Trey is re-signed? Yes, but I don't think that Trey is going to get re-signed at this point. That makes me sad.
You know, I think that what you're going to see this year is Murphy out there first.
Initially. He has to be.
Yeah, initially. And then the rotation could start. But, like Murphy's probably one of the guys right now in the Bengals' eyes. Like, hey, man, you're up. Hubbard's gone. You're up. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Dad says they should take lessons from Cleveland on drafting. That hurts because it's accurate. They had a damn good draft.
Yeah, they really did. Yeah.
If the Bengals had a better history of developing guys like this with all the potential and just needing some of the dialed in technical stuff, I would feel better. Now, I will say this whole draft, and we can get into the other picks here in a minute, this whole draft and this pick specifically is them saying, Al Golden and Jerry Montgomery, I hope you're the guys we think you are. Because you need to turn this kid into a killer, and you need him to produce quick. So, like, lots of pressure on Jerry Montgomery, lots of pressure on Al Golden from this pick. Yeah. K. Breezy said he crashed out after reading the stats without the full story and context. After the full story, I was okay with the pick. Pressure. And we talked for years in Lou's defense about the simulated pressures, right? Or whatever they call it. Like, you get there, but you don't get the sack. So I understand that. There is one more thing that may sway people's opinions on Shemar Stewart that I think that we need to bring to the people because it made me feel a little uneasy until the end.
Yeah. I'm a Chiefs guy. So I'm excited for you.
Me too.
Yeah.
Not anymore, though.
Okay, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Don't look at me like that, man. I'm not the quarterback. Go get the other light-skinned guy. Don't do me like that.
Chiefs guy.
Yeah, hold on now, buddy. He's done, though. He said it. Not anymore, though. He's here. He'll have to learn to hate him because we all.
That look was good, though, because he's like, not anymore.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I did enjoy that.
Me too.
My final grade on that is a C. And from this point forward, I stopped bitching about it on the internet after the draft. Mm-hmm. From this point forward, we had to do our show, give our opinions. I will not bitch about it. I will not question it. As far as I'm concerned, Shemar Stewart has stripes on his helmet.
Yep.
He's my guy. Let's go get some fucking sacks.
Okay, so
that's where I'm at.
Yeah. You were at a C. I was at a B- for round one.
Yeah. And then in the second round, They go with Demetrius Knight, the linebacker out of South Carolina. This is the pick where you saw the videos and photos of my reactions where I looked a little bit befuddled. Mm-hmm. But I went first last time. Give me your grade on Demetrius Knight.
I give Knight a B also. So I'm looking at these picks in a vacuum, right? If I'm looking at like at the time, what are the needs? What would I do? C, right? But I'm looking at them in a vacuum because the guys are drafted. They're already here. So I'm at a B here. Look, Knight is not even close to the pick anybody thought the Bengals were going to go with. Like, absolutely not. Like, probably wasn't on a lot of people's radar. I liked Knight. I don't know if I liked Knight in the second round. I might have liked Knight in the third round. But it is what it is, right? Knight's a versatile guy. Al Golden said it. He can play on ball. He can play off ball. He can put his hand in the dirt if you need to in certain packages. He's a 6-year college player. He's a little older. He's mature. I like that in a guy. So, like, him being here and being able to play with Logan Wilson and Jermaine Pratt, probably supplanting Jermaine Pratt at some point as Pratt moves on, I think Knight's going to work out here. I think we're going to look back and go, oh, shit, 17, now 49, whatever. Their numbers are ridiculous. Now 49, I'm glad we got that guy. I think not, obviously not this year. We're going to be looking at a Captain C on his chest at some point, I think.
I think he's going to take Jermaine Pratt's position now.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think Pratt's on the roster by the time the season starts.
Yeah.
It was John's wife at the event that got the fantastic reaction video of me that you saw on the internet. That was posted in the Discord chat. This is kind of my concern, like John says here too. Says 25-year-old linebacker is a bit concerning. Come to find out, he's actually only 24, but by the time training camp gets around, he'll be 25. Like you said, he's older. He's a little bit more mature. 6-year, probably because of the COVID thing and a red shirt. Wife and 2 children. Guy's got roots. Great story. He talked about when he was in college, he would DoorDash to provide for his family and make sure they had what they needed. He did a great interview about why he played in South Carolina's meaningless bowl game before he went to the draft. He's like, I want to teach my kids to finish the right way. And if you're tired, you still got to do your homework. Love all of that about him. I love his potential. I love a lot of things about him. I grade this pick like a C+, just because I look to the future, and I probably shouldn't, but that's how my brain is. 25 when the season starts. Let's say he's an animal. Bengals don't like signing guys that are over 30. He's going to be 29 going into his last year. When it's time to start talking about contract extension. And let's just get to the fucking meat and potatoes of the situation. Tate Ratledge was still on the fucking board.
Yeah, that's what
he was right there.
Yeah.
That hurts.
I almost think you could have taken Tate and Knight still would have been there. I don't. Who knows? Who knows? But you and I were both huge Tate guys, like massive Tate Ratledge guys. He's a Lion now, which is insane. He's going to do so well there.
He's so good.
Yeah, he is. He's going to be unbelievable. He's not here. It is what it is. In a vacuum, again, I look at Knight. I think B minus, and my grades are going to be a little bit more positive. I really just have a good gut feeling about a lot of these players in this draft.
You on the payroll, dude?
I'm not on the payroll, but I just Knight is a guy at that position. I'm taking guard. If I'm out of the vacuum, Tate Ratledge is the guy, and this pick is a C, right? But it is what it is. He's here, so it's B minus to me. I just think that there were much worse guys they could have gone with there. Like if you're gonna not pick the guy everybody says to pick, Demetrius Knight is not a bad guy to replace that pick. He's versatile, dude. I know he's older. I'm not worried about the future. I'm worried about his contributions over the next 2-3 years, right? We'll figure that contract extension shit out when it comes down the table, but he's probably going to take Pratt's job this year. You said it, right? And I think he's going to be better than Pratt. So
I can see that. Do you guys hear the dog going ape shit?
Yeah, I did. I just talked over
Dude.
it.
Is there anything this is going to get me slayed up on the internet? Is there anything more pointless than owning a dog?
Oh, yeah, no.
Like, hey, do you want all the responsibility of a child but none of the upside? And it's going to die and you'll be like sad in a few years?
Mine bark
Dog ownership
at Intruders. Mine bark at Intruders. So
that's true. The value of like if somebody's in here that shouldn't be here, dog would protect family is a good thing. But other than that, I'm not seeing much upside.
I like it. It's okay. Speaking
Sorry,
of,
we're talking about football.
That's okay. Well, hey, no, that's a great segue. Speaking of protecting, how about the next pick the Bengals took?
There we go again. We're trying to do a professional, buttoned-up sports program in here.
I tried to segue. I tried.
It was good. It was good, but this calls for.
Oh, it does. You're right.
This calls for cracking her open.
I accidentally finished mine before the show.
Whoops.
Yeah, so I'll just show the can here and talk about it. The beautiful.
Should I do it like this?
Beautiful. Yeah, be a company man. Come on, do the right thing. The beautiful garage beer comes in your classic light beer pictured over there by Drew and your ever so sweet garage beer lime. Absolutely love it. The stuff is great. Drew's been drinking it since he was like 12, before it was cool to drink it. The stuff's awesome. You can find it at your local, but how do they find it, Drew?
Well, go to drinkgaragebeer.com. Go to the beer finder, put in your zip code. You'll find bars, restaurants, gas stations, anywhere that sells this delicious beer-flavored beer. But I would suggest you get in the car and you take a drive to Kroger, because they're at like every Kroger now. Popping up in Walmarts. Great American Ballpark, both regular and lime. You look like you have a problem.
Yeah, I do, man. This is several shows worth, but Nick Bott called me out and said I only had one. I'm sure you had more. So, yes, guys, we absolutely love garage beer here on Cincy Unfiltered. We're not just bullshitting you. It's good beer, and we drink it. It's really good. I love this stuff.
Ron's going to do next week's show from the Betty Ford Clinic.
Yeah. Go get the shit, man. Garage beer, the whole
responsibly.
Show. Oh, yeah, responsibly. The whole show, the whole shebang. They keep the lights on here. Absolutely awesome guys to be partnered up with. Go buy garage beer. Go drink garage beer responsibly. It's the best.
Nick says that he was warning me about the storm, and maybe that is in his nature.
There you go.
Honest Fan's here. Shout out Honest Fan. What's up, buddy? But yeah, protection. Dylan Fairchild is protection.
I love it.
For Joe Burrow. This, my favorite pick of the entire draft. I give this pick a B+, and only because I know that Tate Ratledge was on the board when they picked him the second and they didn't do it. Other than that, love this dude. State champion wrestler in high school. Everybody knows I have an enormous football mind. Championship coach. Every time I had a football player on my team that was a wrestler, he was instantly better than a kid that was not a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that translates all the way throughout life. I love the fact that I don't know all the names off the top of my head, but he was compared to a lot of very good offensive linemen who were wrestlers in high school and or college. Guy's a state champ. He's getting paired up with Scott Peters, who is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu MMA guy.
Mm-hmm.
Love this pick. I think he's your starting guard on day one. They have already said that the starting left guard job is essentially his to lose. So I love that pick so much. It's my hands down favorite pick of the draft.
Yep, 100%. Before I start talking, Michael Rolfe here again. Thank you.
Rolfbaum.
Thank you for your money. I'm Michael Rolfbaum. That's a big dog barking. Puppy stay on the porch while big dogs drink garage beer. You're absolutely right, Michael. Love you to death. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
He is big. He's huge.
Yeah, I got 200 pounders outside the door here just waiting on me.
Yeah, he's right around there.
Yeah. This pick for me, obviously, okay, so in this draft, the two offensive linemen I wanted that I thought would be available for us at certain positions were Tate Ratledge and Dylan Fairchild. Like, these were my guys. Like, those are the ones I wanted. So the fact that we didn't get Ratledge, it is what it is. But the fact that we landed Fairchild, I was so excited. This is an instant A for me. He was there. He's available. Undefeated state championship wrestler from a big powerhouse program in Georgia. His former teammate, now current teammate, Amarius Mims, back together, getting the band back together. He's easily going to start. Like, this is your left guard. Like, this is it, guys. I already bought his jersey from DH Gate because they haven't They hadn't, they're not online yet, and screw big corporate.
Wait.
Yeah.
I don't think we're supposed to buy stuff from China right now.
You know what? I don't care.
Geopolitics segment coming up next.
Yeah, no, I already bought the 63 jersey. I hope they don't change this number because the one coming says Fairchild 63. This is my favorite pick of the draft, 100%. Absolutely. I'm a big trenches guy, so I lean towards offensive line. Never played offensive line, never that big. I've got an Amarius Mims jersey. I've got who else do I have? I've got Dylan Fairchild on the way. I've got who else? I think I have Zeitler. I have Munoz. And then he who shall not be named because he went on and won a Super Bowl with the Rams. Just kidding. I love you. But I'm a big offensive line guy. Glass eaters. We can keep using this term, whatever. Dylan Fairchild is going to come in here and protect Joe Burrow for the next 10 years. This guy is going to be a stud.
I was going to go get my Munoz framed jersey off the wall, but I probably damaged the wall or something.
I don't know. Mine's like hanging up around here somewhere. I got so much shit in this office. A pick. AAA.
This is a good comment from Wedge Gordon. This was something that I loved about him. Saw him pick up on a stun of one of his 3 highlights they showed, more than I can say for Kappa and Volson. I have been bitching about the Bengals offensive line's ability to pick up twists and stunts since before Frank Pollock came back. Jim Turner should go to federal fucking prison. But even like when Frank Pollock came back, I'm like, why can't this line pick up a twist or a stunt? Yeah. Why are they giving us in shambles? How are these teams that able to just scheme up a free rusher because they fucking move a little bit?
Yep.
They showed him just eating them, picking them up. Love this pick. And K Breezy talking in the chat about blue ball Mims. People at the draft party will understand. So I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but I'm going to. While I'm at the draft party, second round night, my phone dings. I got a notification. Oh yeah, you do. I told you about it.
Okay.
My phone goes off. I get a notification. I look at it. It's Instagram. So I open it up. It's a photo from Amarius Mims, and it is a picture of Tate Ratledge giving a thumbs up. So like Mims is with Ratledge at this point. We're about to pick. This is within like 2 or 3 picks of the Bengals picking.
Oh, I'm like, so sick.
I'm like, yo. Because like I talked to Mims on Instagram and stuff, but I'm like, yo, he just sent me a picture of Tate Ratledge with the thumbs up. There's no Bengals gear, there's nothing, but he's just like standing there. And I'm like, yo, is this about to actually happen?
God.
And then like I replied to him, I was like, dude, I need it bad. I hope we get him. And like he didn't see it for a while. So like after the pick, that's part of why that video, I'm just like,
yeah,
I got a little. I got a little chubbed up for no reason there.
Got blue balled by Amarius Mims.
I did. Love that guy. He's so nice to me, dude. It's insane how nice he is to just some random dude on the internet.
Mims
but
rocks.
Man, I was like, I was thinking I was gonna have to like fold it up into my waistband so I didn't embarrass myself. And then it's just that was rough. I was like showing people and shit. I'm like, look, dude, like I don't know if this is gonna happen or not, but fucking look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. He's a Lion. We got the next best thing in Fairchild. I think Fairchild's gonna be here for a while and he's gonna be good at guard. He is. Flat out. He is. He's gonna be better than anything we've had, I think. Yeah, undefeated wrestler, state champion. The guy's a dog. He's from Georgia. Dog.
Yeah. So another thing about Fairchild, over the last 2 seasons, 0 sacks allowed.
Yep.
And he's not playing at fucking Wright State. Shout out the Raiders. He's playing in the SEC. He's playing, some of the top dogs that you're going to see. He's playing guys from Bama and LSU and fucking everybody's in the SEC or Big Ten now. He's playing a lot of really good people at football. He gave up 0 sacks over the last 2 years. Love that to death. That is a good one. And then we roll on to the 4th round. This is after my day got super busy. I didn't have time to put everybody's picture on everything. You guys are going to have to deal with it. Barrett Carter, linebacker out of Clemson at round 4, pick 119. We've got a million fucking linebackers.
Yeah, we do.
Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt still on the roster, signed Oren Burks, signed Giles Harris, drafted Demetrius Knight, drafted Barrett Carter. So we're sitting at 6 linebackers right now.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot, but I don't know. Let them fight it out. Let's see who starts. I watched a little bit of film here on Agent Zero. It's a shame they're not letting him wear 0. I don't know what that means. It's just lame, I guess. But guy's athletic, pass deflection machine, good in the pass defense. I don't know where he fits in. Maybe some special team stuff. I don't know how often he gets on the field unless Pratt leaves and he becomes a rotational guy. There's a highlight of him absolutely just leaping over a tight end or a guard. I don't remember what it was, and annihilating a quarterback like a heat-seeking missile. I don't know a shit ton about Barrett Carter beyond the highlights I've watched. I'm at a C on this pick just because we took Knight, and maybe you could have grabbed a DB there or, hell, another guard or a tackle or something maybe. I don't know. I'm excited to see how Carter fits in. He seems like an electric player. I don't know what his role is going to be with all these linebackers here. So,
well, we've got a special teams linebacker to replace in Joe Bocci.
Yeah.
Because his number was given away. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Guy hit tons of piss missiles at Logan Wilson's softball game. Maybe he'll still be there. But yeah, I don't know a ton about him. The highlights look fun. And I'm very open and transparent about that when we're talking about the draft process. I am not a draft expert. I do not watch hours of film. I don't know everything about every guy coming out. Once we get past about round 3, I'm kind of just like, fuck it, man. Show me some highlights. There's definitely potential there, but this is just doubling down on – this was an Al Golden draft. They're saying, what do you need? What do you want? What fits your vision to fix this defense that was terrible last year, and they just went with it. So there's definitely going to be more of a 3-4 defense, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to see 3 down linemen. You're going to see a D tackle, 2 ends, and you're going to see 4 linebackers maybe. Like just they're built. What they are, they're building to stop Lamar. Yep. They're building to stop the Lamar disaster that we saw last year where he stiff-armed Sam Hubbard into the turf and threw a touchdown pass and all of that shit. But I also think that they're setting themselves up to be very versatile because when you really look at it, you could roll out on a true passing down. It's 3rd and 12. You could roll out Shemar Stewart, Trey Hendrickson, Miles Murphy, Zach Carter. Like you could have a true pass rush unit for your defensive line and run that turbo line that's all people to get to the quarterback. So this isn't a pick that I'm going to like bang the table one way or the other about just because I don't know enough about the guy. It's a C pick for me. I'm giving a lot of C's out, but I think it's a C pick because it's a 4th round linebacker in a crowded room. And where's he going to find his role? But I do think that the vision is clear.
Yeah. Whether we stick with Al's traditional 4-3 or roll into that 3-4. Oh shit. Actually, Alan just said it here. Al Golden runs a defense that blitzes linebackers. I think that
he's going to sing.
I think that that's kind of where this is at. He waited 17 picks for Demetrius Knight. That's your traditional linebacker back there, and maybe frickin' Barrett Carter is that heat-seeking missile, and he just says go off the edge or go in this gap and get back there. So who knows? Obviously. Al Golden's new to the program here, so we'll see like how versatile the defense is, what packages they run. Obviously depends on where you're at on the field, all that kind of stuff. But we are going to be looking at a different defense this year, which I'm excited about because the past couple of years it's stung. So
didn't fucking work.
Yeah.
And a good comment from Alex Gatto in there. They hadn't drafted a linebacker in 5 years, so it was about time. About time they got 2. So, not a pick I'm going to freak out one way or the other about. See some potential, see some flashes. I think from when I did a little bit of research on him, he's good in coverage too. He's kind of got the speed to go down the field with a tight end or a running back out of the field. I think they said that he needs to be a little bit more instinctual or know what's going on in a zone, but
he had 5 or more pass deflections in his last 3 seasons. So a guy that can get his hands in there and break up the pass, I'm good with that, man. If that's how he contributes and he's that heat-seeking missile and can contribute on special teams, hell yeah, let's bring him in. So
Yeah, so I kind of understand with that. I'm cool with this. I do like our next pick, though, in the fifth round, pick 153, Jalen Rivers, not Keith Rivers' son, like you falsely reported, you fake news aggregator.
Thanks, Willie Lutz, and that other small-time guy that wrote that article. I appreciate that. I like this pick too. I really do. I'll just roll right into it. I think you're getting a guy that provides immediate depth. We have Cody Ford that can jump around and play any position. And that's kind of what you get with Jalen Rivers here. He's former teammates with Matt Lee, started his career at Miami at left or right, I think left guard, before ending at left tackle. So the guy's experienced at multiple positions on the line outside of center. He is here for the long haul, I think, as a depth piece, unless he all of a sudden turns into a freak. We don't have many offensive line under contract here in the next couple of years. So when we start figuring out those contracts, goddamn, all kinds of noise. When we start figuring out these contracts, Rivers is going to be there as an awesome depth piece. I'm not comparing him or comping him to Cody Ford, but that's kind of what I see, right? You got to go in at guard. We need you to like that kind of thing. So
yeah. They value that. They value a guy's ability to play. I gotta have nicotine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I apologize.
You're fucking like a sound studio over there.
Dude, my house was so clean the other day because like we thought we were moving, probably not. Or whatever. And we're just like, all right, let's fuck it up again. I have to pick up everything I just threw later. I'll get my fucking head ripped off. But they value the versatility. They value the swing guard, swing tackle guy that can do the Cody Ford thing. Cody Ford is probably going to be in a fucking dogfight for right guard. There's clearly a path for Fairchild to start on the left. Yeah. I think Cody Ford is probably going to beat out Lucas Patrick for the right guard spot.
Good.
So if Cody Ford is one of your starters, you need the Cody Ford swing tackle value, the depth piece, the guy that can come in on short notice and play 4 spots along the line. And I think that that's what they see in Jalen Rivers. He's, like you said, he's experienced at pretty much every position on the line except for center, but we're good there. And I think that you're probably going to look at a starting offensive line of Orlando Brown Jr., Dylan Fairchild, Ted Karras, Cody Ford, and Amarius Mims. So in that situation, you need the guy that they value, that they covet with that versatility. They didn't have one on the roster. They just got one on the roster. In the 5th round, give me a B for this one.
Yeah, I'm a B also. It's a 5th round, right? We have struggled with offensive line depth for as long as I can remember. It's always a topic, right? If you remove Cody Ford from the situation for the last couple of years, you're just fucked. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Cody Ford came in and changed the program or anything like that, but like, thank God that guy was there. I know there's people that don't like the guy. I don't care. I like Cody Ford a lot because he's a no-nonsense, I'll play where you need me guy. So having another guy in here for depth is awesome, you know?
The only reason you wouldn't like Cody Ford is if you're upset that he got some strange. You know what I mean? Like, other than that, how do you not like the guy? He doesn't talk shit. He shows up to work. He can fill a need for your team at the drop of a hat. I think about the Pittsburgh game. Like, the only reason you wouldn't like Cody Ford is because you like obnoxious, annoying TikTok women. I'll never go back to Tin Roof ever because they hosted her.
Yeah.
Sorry about it. Catch me at the Holy Grail.
There you go.
And then the Bengals' final selection of the 2025 draft. There were no trades. There was a comment about trades that I think it was from Ryan Sparks. I missed it. I'm a big dumb dipshit. I'm sorry. And then we got Rolf bombed again.
Rolf bomb.
My hope is that Demetrius Knight can become what Ray Malaluga never quite became. I think that Demetrius Knight has the ability to be better than that.
Yeah.
I think Demetrius Knight has the ability to be everything we thought Jermaine Pratt would eventually turn into.
Yeah.
And this isn't a hate on Pratt thing. This isn't knocking Pratt. But Pratt was a converted safety, came into play linebacker. We touted the athleticism.
Yeah.
Pratt had some really good years here. And I think that he just never took that next step to be like a really good coverage linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he had the big pick against the Raiders in the Super Bowl run to give us our first playoff win. He had
Never
a big
forget
pick
it.
against had a big pick against Denver last year to help seal that game or get that game going back in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's had a good career here. Shout out GP money. No matter what happens, I'll appreciate his time here.
Yeah.
But I think Knight does have the ability, at least for the next 5 years, to be a little bit better in the coverage aspect than Pratt was and give us kind of the ability. Logan Wilson is a good cover linebacker.
Yeah.
I think people have some amnesia because he got hurt last year. The whole defense wasn't up to par. He's a damn good cover linebacker. He still leads all linebackers in interceptions since 2019. He didn't come to the league till 2020. I think we're getting better coverage out of Knight. Maybe not this year as he learns the ropes and stuff, but going forward.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree. He
didn't hold Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and he didn't.
True.
On our last pick, unfortunately, there was no 7th rounder because we had that other running back for like 2 games. So good on you. Tahj Brooks.
Yeah.
I think Tahj Brooks is a really fun pick. He's a running back that I was looking at for the Bengals to maybe take in the later rounds. So when I saw his name announced, I was actually pretty excited about it. I'm at like a B-. You know, it's like he's Texas Tech's all-time rushing leader. He's got 20 catches in like his last 3 seasons each season. I think he's perfect for like this kind of pass-heavy offense we have. He'll come in and serve his role, and if he shows out, maybe step up into that RB2 spot. I think people automatically assume he's going to be in that RB2 spot. We'll see how it shakes out. I like Tahj Brooks. I think Tahj Brooks is a really fun pick. I didn't think he would be there in the 6th. I thought he was like a 5th round guy. So the fact that they were pick him up in the 6th was pretty cool. And they chose him. I wasn't even thinking about it because I didn't think he was on the board. So when I saw his name announced, I was like, oh shit. And I went back to my little check off list and his name was right there as
Your
like
what
5th or
list?
6th round guy. So my little draft list.
But what'd you say?
I think I said list.
It sounded like you said jack off list.
I didn't. That's not at all what I said.
Somebody run it back. Did you say jack off list?
Check off. I said check off.
Oh, check.
Check off list. Jesus Christ.
This guy was high on my check off list.
Yeah, A+, baby. No, I think Tahj Brooks is a solid pick, especially in the 6th round. I'm excited to see where he fits in.
So there's a vision for the running back room. I think I'm sorry. I'm such an inappropriate human being.
It's all good.
There's a vision for the running back room. I think we talked last week while you were out of commission about Zach Moss reworking his deal to get some guarantees for this year. It's the last year of his deal.
Mm-hmm.
Samaje Perine signed a 1-year deal. The Bengals are going to keep 4 running backs on their roster. They will probably only have 3 of them active on game days. So Tahj Brooks will make the roster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe situationally, based on matchup, he gets called up. He's going to fight in training camp. But Samaje Perine is by no means penciled into RB3. No. I think Zach Moss would have to do a lot to lose RB2 because they did give him guaranteed money. They're going to want to get return on their investment there. But I think Tahj Brooks, he's a lock to make the roster. I think he'll probably be activated here and there. But I think this is a solid running back that can complement Chase Brown well starting next year. And I think, and we'll get to the jersey numbers here in a minute, but I think he could be our next Giovanni Bernard. Yeah,
I agree. I think he's, if it's not this year, down the line, he's going to be on this team for a little while. I think he's going to work out. Like I said, he fits into this pass first offense, I think. And if you're taking a guy again, that is his college's all-time rushing leader. There's talent there. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not like it's just like, shit, we need a running back. Just fucking pick someone. I think they took a solid guy. So
yeah. Going back before we get into a couple undrafted rookies we want to talk about. Alan M., I think you're a new viewer. I've seen you a couple times tonight, but I don't think I've seen you before. So welcome. This is a good time to let you know you can subscribe, like this video and hit the notification button if you would like. Shameless plug.
Yep.
Watch the video of him on draft day talking about Demetrius Knight. Everyone in the room's jumping around, and he is sitting on the couch soaking it all in. A husband, a father, a leader, and a captain.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, if you have a captaincy on your jersey in college, the Bengals are interested.
Yep, 100%. Absolutely. I agree.
Why is Wade blowing up our Discord chat? Get in the YouTube chat, Wade. Fucking clown. You're not a fucking clown, Wade. I love you, Wade.
Yeah. Original. Hey, before we get into undrafted, I love it, Alan. Thank you. Undrafted free agents. Let's talk about the best damn ticket in the land. You want to pull that up?
I was going to talk about what was going on in the Reds game tonight, but the Reds got rained out. They got a double header tomorrow. Absolutely. If you got a random Wednesday off work or nothing to do, you can download the TickPick app. You can scan the QR code right there on your phone if you would like.
Mm-hmm.
You can download the TickPick app. You can use code Cincy10 in the TickPick app for $10 off your first purchase of $75 or more. We'll do a live price check right now. Let's search the Cincinnati Reds. Let's see what's going on tomorrow. 2 games tomorrow. First game, 12:40 p.m. You can get in there for $16 with no fees. The price you see is the price you pay. Second game for $11. Price you see is the price you pay. So if you just want a ticket to get in, and look, I'm not telling you to be unethical. I'm not telling you to do something wrong. But on these day games, especially on a Wednesday at 12:40, you buy a cheap ticket up here. Sometimes you find yourself sitting down here.
100%.
TickPick doesn't endorse this kind of behavior.
No, they don't. No, they want you to honor your seat, but no fees is the key thing here, folks. TickPick's no fees, no nonsense, no bullshit. If you're wanting to go to a game, but you're not sure how you're going to do it yet, or you got to find the babysitter, you can even lock in your price, and you can come back and buy it at the price that you had it set at. If all of a sudden the prices skyrocket, TickPick is the official ticket partner of Cincy Unfiltered. New partnership this year, and we are absolutely elated to be linked up with these guys. You literally will not find a better ticket app. No bullshit.
Not anywhere.
No bullshit. No fees. Straight up. Here's your price. Go get it. And 9 times out of 10, they're beating the other guy. So.
Yeah, people say, oh, well, they just build the fees, and then why are they still cheaper than everybody else 9 out of 10?
Easily. Yeah. I'm looking at Formula One tickets. I was going to try to go to race car, baby. Let's go Max Verstappen. Let's go Red Bull. But I was hoping I could go to the Miami GP. Obviously, God had other plans to punish me with my knee yet again. However, I was looking at the Miami GP tickets for just a Sunday pass. They were $150 to $200 cheaper than anybody on the board. I'm looking at going to the race in October in Texas. At $200, $300 cheaper than anybody on the board. I'm looking at other sites, rival sites. They're $500 to $1,000, couple $100, $300 for a Sunday pass on TickPick. Obviously, prices will rise as the race gets closer. But that's another thing to bring up, dude. They don't just sell football tickets. They don't just sell baseball tickets. There's Formula One, concerts, events, any sporting event. Yeah, comedy. They got tickets all over the place, all over that app, and it's so easy to use. Go check them out. Hit the what's that thing called? A QR code.
A QR code.
There you go. Sorry, I'm geriatric boomer here. Hit the QR code. Go to the website. Use the code Drew mentioned. Man, just do it. They're damn good.
And keep your eye on football season. That's all I can say right now.
Ooh.
Keep your eye on football season. When I die, I will have tickets to my funeral on TickPick if I can figure out how to write that into my will. No fees.
Fucking love it. I love it. All right. Enough of TickPick. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Let's talk about a couple of these undrafted free agents. Did you have any you wanted to get into, or can I kind of talk right and go into it?
I'll tell you who my favorite one was. I made a layout for 2, so if you
go.
have another one, sorry about it.
It's probably the same guys, honestly. Go for it.
Love the Seth McLaughlin signing.
Dude, there was a comment in there. If he doesn't blow his Achilles up, that's a 3rd or 4th round. Seth was a 2nd or 3rd round guy. He was a 2nd or 3rd round guy. He won the
Remington Award.
Remington Award, the Good Job Center Award, best center in the nation. I couldn't believe like the draft ended and it was like Seth McLaughlin signs at the Bengals. I shit my pants. Like I was so excited. Like I was like, maybe they take him. Like take him, let him learn under Teddy. Maybe they draft him. I was surprised he went undrafted. Obviously an Achilles is a very big injury. There might be some more stuff going on there. Dude, sign him as an undrafted free agent. Bring him in. See how he is. Passing medicals. Do all that stuff. Do your due diligence. Let him learn with Ted Karras alongside Matt Lee. I know folks like Matt Lee, but if Seth McLaughlin heals up and returns to Seth McLaughlin form, dude, when Teddy K finally decides to hang it up and become mayor of Cincinnati, Seth is your center. The guy's good. The guy is good. If he does not blow his Achilles up, I'm 99% sure it was Achilles. I can't remember. If he does not blow his Achilles up, that guy's getting drafted in the second or third round easily. And we stole him as an undrafted free agent. It's a risk. Because if you're injured, sometimes you keep getting injured. I'm the perfect case study for that. I've had 7 knee surgeries and I'm not even a professional football player. It's a risk. But if you get him and he can stay healthy and not re-injure, dude, that's your center for the next however many years you can count to on your fingers.
If I'm using Twitter logic, though, we had Billy Price, center from Ohio State, wasn't very good. I'm supposed to hate this, right? That's the logic that Twitter uses with Michigan players, since I fucking hate Ohio State.
This is not Billy Price, folks. This guy is not Billy Price. Yeah, I'm telling you.
But no, so when I think of Seth McLaughlin as a Michigan fan, I think about the Rose Bowl, where his low snaps were a big part of why Michigan beat Alabama on the way to an undefeated national championship. But other than that, you don't win the Remington Award by accident.
No,
he was an anchor of the Ohio State line. He's very solid. Ted Karras is still playing at such a high level.
Yeah.
But you're right. Guy can't play forever. He knows that. We know that.
Yeah.
Guy can't play forever. I don't know if he's planning on another 2 years. I don't know. But this is a guy that you can get in there, even if you got to redshirt him this year. You know what I mean? Like if he maybe he's not back. I mean, guys recover from Achilles quicker than ever now. That was roughly mid-season, I think, last year when he tore it. So he's got kind of a leg up on it because he wasn't playing in the Michigan game when Michigan beat Ohio State on their home field as 21-point underdogs. But he so guys come back from these quicker than ever. But even if you have to redshirt him, I agree. I think that there's potential if Matt Lee can move to guard that some people have mentioned. You try that. Get the most talent you can. But McLaughlin is a hell of a center. And, barring all the medical stuff, I think it could be an absolute steal
100%
as an undrafted free agent.
Easily. Absolutely. I bet if we had a 7th round pick, I bet they would have taken him. Like
that's actually you can continue because I got to find the comment.
If there was a 7th round pick there, I think he may have been the pick. Like I think that they were like, oh shit. That's why he was announced so quickly along with Howard Cross, obviously. But I'm outside of the actual draft. There you go. 2-7. Yeah, Seth McLaughlin. Howard
Essentially,
Cross.
yes.
Exactly. Yeah. I am so excited about Seth McLaughlin if he can remain healthy and return to Seth McLaughlin form. I mean, he was at Alabama, right?
He was at Bama, then came to Ohio State.
Yeah. So, I mean, comes from 2 massive powerhouse programs, wins the Remington Award. You don't win it by accident, like you said. Like, I'm pumped. Maybe a little too pumped. People might watch this and be like, hold on, Ron, it's an undrafted free agent. Dude, if he's healthy, just watch.
Yeah. So, they do mock drafts for the next year's draft. Before last season, Howard Cross was on many boards as a first-round pick. Injury killed them both in the draft, and that's a perfect segue to us talking about Al Golden signing defensive tackle, his guy from Notre Dame, Howard Cross, which is another undrafted rookie that's being raved about. So Bengals maybe frustrate you a little bit in the first couple rounds, but they come through late with some good picks and a couple really good defensive tackle, a couple really good undrafted free agents.
Yeah.
One being a defensive tackle, a position of need that the Bengals didn't draft. I can't speak today.
It's okay.
Defensive tackle, a position of need that the Bengals didn't address with an actual draft pick. They swooped this guy up. Al knows him, is high on other boards, high motor guy, good run stuffer. I love this one too. I think he's got a shot to make the roster.
Yeah, I think that you're right. I think it is. And when we're talking about these guys, right, these are guys that might not even make the roster, right? Like they're undrafted free agents. They weren't drafted. But you can still be excited about them like we are. Howard Cross is fun, dude. He had an ankle injury in 2024 that sidelined him for a little bit. But in that 2023 season, he had like 66 tackles It was something like 7 or 8 tackles for loss, a few sacks in there, and he played well. I mean, his PFF grade, if you're a PFF guy, was high 80s. Like the guy played really well, played under Al Golden. And again, barring the ankle injury, maybe his 2024 season is much better. But he's a guy that if you can pick him up as an undrafted free agent like this, awesome. His former coach is our defense coordinator, even more awesome. So I think if you're looking at guys that are going to make the roster, Seth, Howard, probably for sure. If they end up on the practice, I don't know, right? You never know. Maybe they come in and underperform. I don't know. We'll see. But we're not looking at Howard Cross as coming out here and competing with Chris Jenkins or anything like that. But a fun guy to have on the roster.
Big lightning just happened.
Oh, okay. Big thunder.
Glad the Storms will hold off. Back to McLaughlin. Wedge says one of his concerns about Seth McLaughlin is his concern. He gets Mason Graham 2 times a year and Mason Graham caliber players every week. 55 had him in hell. Mason Graham had him in hell twice last year. That's true. Only once, actually, because he didn't play in the second game.
But yeah, we got Ted Karras right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cross is a dog. Yeah, absolutely. We love the Cross signing. Stripe Nation also says that Seth is rumored to be back sooner than expected. So that's good news. Yeah. Hey, the more healthy, talented, able to play offensive lineman you have on your roster, the better. So I'm completely in on that. Those are my 2 favorites. I think they were your 2 favorites as well.
Yeah.
And the last thing we got before we get up out of here, because we are over an hour, things usually go to shit after the hour mark.
Yes, absolutely.
Rookie numbers came out today.
Yeah.
So Tahj Brooks 25, Barrett Carter 49. Shout out Joe Bacci. Dylan Fairchild staying at 63. So you're good.
I hope. Yeah.
Demetrius Knight on the thumbnail for this show on YouTube, holding up a 59 jersey. Since I made that graphic, something has changed. He's wearing 44. Jalen Rivers, 74. And Shemar Stewart, the probably should be retired, 97. Made famous by Geno Atkins, last worn by Jay Tufele.
Yeah,
we'll thoughts on some of these rosters.
We'll just
jersey numbers.
Forget about Tufele wearing 97. I'll go from bottom to top. I think 97 should probably be a number that is retired. I guess the Bengals, you were saying, if you're a defensive lineman, you got to be in or around the 90s. That's dumb.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's stupid.
That's dumb. I don't know why. That's an arbitrary rule. Let the kid wear what number was he? I don't even remember.
He was 4 in college.
Yeah, let the kid wear 4. That's a scary looking number on a defensive end. Rivers 74, offensive line is what it is. I do not hate 44. I think linebacker 44 numbers are fun. So I don't hate 44. Fairchild 63, offensive line number. Love it. Carter, bullshit. Should have let the man wear 0. Agent 0 is supposedly the nickname. I don't know if we came up with that or if Agent 0 was his nickname in college. Just be fun. Let him wear 0. And if he stinks, he'll go away and someone else can wear 0. But if he's good, imagine having a 0 flying around the field, dude. Unbelievable. And 25 for Brooks. 25 is a very, very fun running back number. I absolutely love that. Reminiscent of Giovanni Bernardo. Absolutely love it.
And Michigan man Chris Evans.
And Evans, yep.
He's moving along. I don't like linebackers in the 40s. When I see a linebacker wearing number 40 something, I think special teams only.
Yeah.
And then I think 40s, I think like long snapper or fullback.
Yeah.
I like my linebackers to be in the 50s, but I'm with you. Let these guys wear single digits if it's available. Like what it's fun, it's modern, people enjoy it. You'll probably sell more jerseys that way. Like I get with the times on that.
I would buy the shit out of a defensive lineman's jersey at number 4. And I absolutely would have bought Carter at 0. Just to be like, fuck yeah, 0? That's sick. I might just custom make it. Fuck it.
From China.
Yeah, from China. We'll see.
But if these guys come in and they produce and they help the Bengals win football games, I don't give a shit what jersey number they wear.
Yeah, who cares? That's a good comment there from Stripe Nation. 44, 55 in the middle. That's kind of cool. Double both palindromes or whatever for you smart people out there.
Double cinco?
Yeah.
Double double quattro, double cinco.
Oh my God, we are a bilingual program, folks. We told you
Yes.
over the hour the program goes to shit. So
You would never know that I failed out of Spanish 2 in high school.
Yep, exactly. That's
Smoked a lot of dope.
Yeah, there you go. Good show tonight. Draft recap. Other stuff will happen. So next Tuesday we'll figure out what we're going to talk about. We're going to hit another lull here. Please let the Dark Knight. That'd be fun.
That would be sick. I would like that.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be fun. That would be cool. Yeah. We're going to hit another lull here before training camp and stuff kicks off. Go buy Garage Beer. If you're looking for tickets, for the love of God, download the TickPick app. You're doing yourself a disservice by not using TickPick. We're not just saying that because they're the official ticket partner of Cincy Unfiltered. They're actually
got your tickets on StubHub? What's it like to be rich?
Idiot. Oh, yeah, or that. Yeah, rich idiot. Yeah. I got nothing left but a hoo-day, baby.
We'll be in the Discord. Alan, glad to have you join us for the first time tonight. We appreciate you. Glad you subscribed. Glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Schedule release is May 14th. 513 Art Dog.
Let's talk about that, I guess.
Schedule release is going to come out May 14th, so I will predict that the Bengals will go undefeated.
Me too. Perfect season, Super Bowl victory.
Shout out Drift King, Houday. Shout out K Breezy, Houday. Shout out Garage Beer.
Shout out TickPick. Love both you guys.
Shout out this hat. Shouldn't have done that. This is too nice of a hat to slam my beer cans up against my head on.
I got the Logan Wilson special on.
I wore that golfing the other day.
Yeah, it's a nice hat. It's a good hat.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's all we got. We'll be back next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Not next Tuesday. I guess a week from today. I don't know how you say that right. I don't know. Let's get out of here.
Yo, boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer. Let's flow. No filter needed. Beer's getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go. Boys are ready to go. Boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer. Let's flow. No filter needed. Beer's getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go.